Prominent Haitian doctor living in South Florida has been arrested in the brazen assassination of Jovenel Moise. Haiti's lead investigator, in fact, says 63-year-old Christian Sanan plotted the attack so he could assume the presidency. In all, 26 people pulled off that attack, 19 now in custody. The other 7 were killed during a police raid. Joining us now to share his thoughts is Washington insider Armstrong Williams. Armstrong, great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Jan.
So Haiti has a population of 11 million. It's the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. You know, I covered the earthquake back in 2010. I was there in Haiti. The country back then was already in chaos. It's never really recovered from that even. What do you think is going to happen now as a result of all this political turmoil as a result of this assassination?
Well, first, we should not believe the propaganda that's being fed out of Haiti and also through our government. If you believe some Haitian doctor from Florida was responsible for Moise's death, then I'll sell you an island in the middle of the ocean. The fact is that none of the former presidents who's now dead, none of his security guards died. They made their way inside the palace, 1 o'clock in the morning, shot this man 12 times. And guess what? Guess what, Jen? My intelligence sources tell me he was dead before they ever arrived. They used him as a setup, as a decoy, because he was already killed. They arrived just in time to take the blame, and they shot all these people who participated in the coup. But we're far from finding out the truth of why this man died. But I will tell you, those closest to him are responsible for his death. The United States government knows much more than what they're telling you. And this was a coup. It was an inside job from the person who succeeded him, who's acting as the prime minister now. His hands are not clean. His hands are dirty. They got blood on it. And everybody is a suspect until we learn the truth. Do not give in to the media's laziness and following this propaganda, because that's exactly what it is. This is an inside job, not the foreigners that came in, but the government sources that allowed them in to kill this man for no reason at all.
Wow. And, you know, we have investigators from the U.S., as we know, that have been dispatched there. Do you think we'll be able to get to the truth? Will we get to the bottom of this?
I tell you what, they better get to the truth, as there will be chaos, burning, looting, more assassinations, more gang. In fact, the biggest gang leader in Haiti came out over the weekend and said, look, we've got to use common sense here. This guy was assassinated. We were no fan of his. This was an inside job for them to make us believe that it had some Colombian American ties. Yes, but it was a setup. He was dead. There were texts that we were able to see where somebody inside the palace texted his sister and said, guess what? We arrived to arrest this man, but he was already dead when we arrived. Wake up, America. I mean, this is not some movie. It may have copied some scripts from a movie, but this man died, and it was a coup, and it was an inside job is what it was.
Wow. Another political story that we're following this morning, the thousands of Cubans who protested in Havana against the communist regime and dictatorship. We've also seen this morning that some Cubans have also been in Miami protesting as well. The people there have suffered for decades, as we know, with oppression, persecution, rationing. What's it going to take to free Cuba?
These protests, Jan, are meaningless. Rob Menendez, who's chairman of the powerful Foreign Relations Committee out of New Jersey, is a Cuban American. He wanted to continue the policies of Donald Trump with Cuba. He never embraced former President Obama's policies. Once Biden lost Florida, he realized that many Cuban Americans were not for what they wanted to do in Cuba. I mean, the bottom line is those policies will stay in place. They're not going to allow this government to continue to exploit, devastate, and just totally disrupt the lives of these people. I mean, it is a very sad situation, to say the least, of what's going on in Cuba, and not much will change until the Biden administration changes policies, and that's not happening anytime soon. In fact, the Biden administration consider this to be low-hanging fruit. What you're watching is just optics. Nothing will change anytime soon. It's not even a priority for the Biden administration.
All right, Armstrong Williams, always great to get your wisdom and get information from you. We appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jen.